Beloved soul, your angels have brought you here for a reason, not by chance, not by accident. There is a word from heaven with your name on it, a message so specific that your spirit will recognize it as truth the moment you hear it. This is not just another story about love. This is a divine revelation about the one God has chosen for you, the one who saw you, not just with their eyes, but with their spirit. They saw you clearly in a dream, not a blur, not a shadow. You were there, radiant, undeniable, and marked as theirs by heaven itself. And that dream was not just a dream. It was an appointment in the spirit, a moment when God whispered to their heart, "This is the one I have chosen for you." If you feel the pull of this word already, type in the comments, "I receive this divine confirmation," as your way of agreeing with heaven. Tap like as your act of faith. Subscribe to Angel's Message Motivation so you never miss the next word that is meant for your life. Now, open your heart, because what I'm about to reveal will make you see their dream and your future in a way you've never imagined before. Beloved one, I am here to deliver what heaven has already seen. Your future spouse saw you, not in passing, not by accident, but in a divine dream that felt more real than the waking world. They saw your face with perfect clarity, the way your eyes carried light, the way your smile seemed to break through every shadow. It was not a blurred vision. It was precise, detailed, as though God himself painted the image for them to hold. This dream wasn't random. It was an answer to their prayer for guidance. They had been asking, "Lord, how will I know the one?" And heaven answered by revealing you. In this dream, they felt peace, a kind of peace they had never experienced in the presence of another person. Your voice sounded familiar, even though you have never spoken in this life before. Your laughter wrapped around their heart like a blanket on a cold night, and your presence, it brought the stillness of Psalm 23:2. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. They woke up changed. They could no longer dismiss what they felt. The image of you wouldn't leave them. Every detail was burned into their memory. The way you looked at them, the way your hand reached for theirs, the way your heart seemed to know them without a single word. Since that dream, they have been restless, hungry for the day when the vision becomes reality. They have been scanning rooms, searching faces, wondering when the moment will come where dream meets destiny. Beloved, this is not ordinary. The angels confirm, you are not someone they simply want. You are someone their spirit recognizes. Before the earth was formed, God wrote this meeting into the timeline, and now the signs will begin to appear. Dreams will align with real moments. Conversations will echo words they once heard in the vision. The way you will look at each other will feel like prophecy fulfilled. I must tell you, they are already preparing their heart for you. They have been letting go of past entanglements. They have been pruning relationships that block their growth. They have been recentering their life on God's voice. Because when they meet you, they want nothing between them and this promise. If you feel your heart stirring as I speak, it is because your spirit recognizes the truth in these words. You are being prepared as much as they are. The delays were not denials, they were alignments. Heaven says, wait a little longer, beloved. The dream they saw is the seed. The meeting will be the harvest. And when it happens, it will feel exactly like what God showed them, because it will be exactly that. Type, "I receive my divine connection," in the comments to seal this word over your life. Tap like as your act of agreement with heaven. Subscribe to Angel's Message Motivation so you don't miss the signs God is sending. Your future spouse has already seen you in the spirit. Now heaven is moving to bring that vision into the physical. Get ready, it is closer than you think. Beloved, heaven is showing me more. The dream was not only a picture, it was a full encounter in the spirit. They saw where you were. The setting was drenched in peace. The light felt like morning, yet there was no sun, only the glow of God's presence. They saw you standing there unafraid, looking straight into their soul without hesitation. In the dream, they noticed things no one else would. The way your hands moved when you spoke, the small lift in your smile when you felt understood, the way your eyes carried both fire and softness at once. They knew instantly. This was not imagination. This was revelation. The angels say their heart has been marked ever since. They carry that vision like a hidden treasure. Some days they wonder if they'll recognize you instantly when they meet you. Other days they know without doubt. When your eyes meet theirs, they will feel the same holy stillness. Beloved, this dream was not just for them, it was also for you. Because even now, your spirit feels a strange pull towards someone you haven't met in the flesh. Even now you've had moments where you stopped and felt like someone was thinking of you deeply. That's the connection in motion. That's the dream echoing through both your souls. God often confirms his plans in pairs. One sees, the other feels. And then, at the appointed time, the two meet. This is why you've been urged to prepare, to heal where you've been broken, to release the weight you've been carrying. Because what's coming will require a heart that can hold the fullness of this blessing. They are praying for you. Even if they don't know your name yet, they speak to God about the one they saw in that dream. They ask him to protect you, to keep your heart safe, to guide your steps so that nothing delays your union. Beloved, heaven wants you to know this isn't just love, it's assignment. Your lives together will break generational patterns. Your home will carry God's presence like a shield. Your story will be a testimony for others who doubt divine timing. That's why this dream is so important. It was God's way of saying, here is the one. Now, trust me to bring them to you. From this moment forward, expect more signs. Expect moments that feel like déjà vu. Expect your own dreams to begin aligning with theirs. Type "I believe in divine dreams" in the comments if this word resonates with your spirit. Tap like as your step of faith that what God revealed will soon come to pass. And so into this prophetic word with a super thanks if you feel the Spirit stirring in you to claim it. Your future spouse has seen you in the spirit realm. Now heaven is moving every piece into place so that dream can step into reality. Hold steady. The one who dreamed of you is walking toward you. And when your eyes meet, they will know it was you all along. Beloved, I see what heaven is allowing me to reveal next. The dream they had of you was not short. It lingered like a song that would not stop playing. They walked toward you in that vision, and every step felt like home. They could hear your laughter, and it felt like the breaking of years of loneliness. You turned to them in the dream, and it wasn't just your face they noticed. It was your light, the radiance around you, that no earthly beauty could imitate. It was the peace in your spirit, the strength in your posture, the unshakable calm in your eyes. The angels say their spirit recognized you before their mind caught up. It was as if their soul shouted, "That's the one," even before they could take in all the details. They tried to speak in the dream, but their words caught in their throat because they didn't want the moment to end. It felt too real, too holy, too important to rush. Beloved, heaven wants you to know that feeling they had. They will have it again when they meet you in the flesh, the same awe, the same trembling joy, the same sense that God himself orchestrated this encounter. After they woke up, they couldn't shake it. They carried your face in their thoughts all day. They replayed the way you looked at them. They even found themselves smiling for no reason, because deep down, they knew they had just glimpsed their future. This is why heaven says, prepare your heart. Don't second-guess your worth. Don't diminish the glow God has placed on you. They are not looking for perfection. They are looking for the person God showed them. And that person is you. Every prayer you've prayed for love has not been ignored. Every tear you've shed in the quiet has been gathered by the Father. This dream was God's way of whispering to both of you, the wait is not in vain. I am aligning your steps. From here forward, expect more divine alignments, conversations that lead to open doors, encounters that feel like they've been written into your story all along, and dreams, yes, dreams, where God keeps confirming that this union is sealed in heaven. Type, I receive my divine connection in the comments if your heart knows this word is for you. Tap like to agree with heaven's timing. The one who dreamed of you will soon see you with their waking eyes. And when that moment comes, they will know God has kept his promise. Beloved, I am being shown more of what they saw in that dream. It was not just an image of you. It was a moment drenched in divine promise. They saw themselves reaching out for your hand, and when your fingers touched, a warmth spread through both of you. Not the kind of warmth the world gives, but the kind that feels like God's own presence wrapping around you. In the dream, the air felt different. It was calm, yet electric. The kind of atmosphere where heaven is near, where angels stand silently watching because they know this is holy ground. They saw themselves walking with you through a place they didn't recognize, but somehow you both knew you were exactly where you were meant to be. The sky seemed brighter. The path ahead seemed clear. Every step felt ordained. The angels say this vision was not for entertainment. It was preparation, a preview of a reality that is about to unfold. And in that dream, God was revealing that peace, joy, and covenant love will be the foundation of your life together. After waking up, they felt it in their body. That same peace, that same certainty, it wouldn't leave them. And deep down, they knew this wasn't just a dream, it was an encounter. They began praying differently after that night, no longer asking, is there someone for me? Instead asking, Lord, help me prepare for them. They started thinking about what it will take to love you well, to protect you, to stand by you in the seasons to come. And beloved, you need to know, your preparation matters just as much as theirs. You are not waiting in vain. You are being shaped for the exact kind of love you prayed for, one that comes from God, and therefore cannot be stolen, cannot be shaken, cannot be broken. This is why heaven says, Guard your heart. Guard your hope. Do not let delays convince you that God has forgotten. He is aligning the timing so that when you meet, there will be no confusion, no fear, no doubt. In the dream, they saw you smile at them. And that smile, it's what convinced them this was real. It wasn't just beauty, it was love in its purest form. It was forgiveness, it was understanding. It was the kind of look that says, I see you, I choose you. Type, I am ready for my God-ordained love in the comments if you receive this. Tap like as an act of faith. Because, beloved, the one who saw you in their dream is coming, and when your eyes meet in this life, they will recognize you instantly, not from your face alone, but from the spirit they encountered in that sacred vision. Beloved, after that dream, they began to see you everywhere, not in a literal way, but in symbols, in conversations that mentioned your name without reason, in songs that carried the same words they heard you speak in the dream, in Bible verses that seemed to echo the promise God gave them in the night. It was as if heaven had opened a window, letting the fragrance of your presence drift into their days. And each sign was a whisper. Prepare. The one you saw is real. They couldn't escape it. In the quiet moments, they would feel you near. They would imagine you sitting beside them, laughing at something only the two of you would understand. And that imagining would stir something deep in their chest. The angels say this is not mere longing, it's recognition. Your spirits have already met in a space that is beyond time. That's why they know you in a way they can't explain. Beloved, when heaven wants to seal a promise, it often repeats the message until it cannot be ignored. And that's what's happening now. The dream was the seed, but every sign they're seeing now is the watering of that seed. You may have felt it too. A sudden rush of peace when you think of love. A strange certainty that someone is closer than ever. A shift in your own prayers. They have stopped praying for someone. They have started praying for you, by name, with intention, with tears in their eyes and a fire in their heart. This is why the angels are telling me to tell you, stay positioned. Do not run ahead of God's timing. Do not let impatience push you into the arms of someone who isn't sent by Him. Because the real thing is on its way, and it's worth every day you've waited. When this person steps into your life, you will know by the way your spirit exhales. There will be no panic, no confusion, only a deep inner knowing. This is the one I saw. This is the one who saw me. Type, I am ready to be seen, in the comments if you feel this word stirring in your spirit. Tap like as your sign of agreement with heaven. Because, beloved, the angels have made it clear, this is not a distant hope, it's a present unfolding. And the one who saw you in their dream is already preparing for the day they see you in reality. Beloved, the angels say the part of the dream that shook them the most was not just seeing your face, but the moment your eyes met theirs. In that instant, every question they had about love fell away. Every fear about what if or when dissolved like mist under the morning sun. Because your eyes told them a truth their heart had been waiting to hear. You didn't speak in the dream. You didn't have to. Your presence said it all. I know you. I've been waiting for you too. They woke up with tears on their pillow, not from sadness, but from relief, because they finally knew you were real, not a fantasy, not a hope, they had to bury. A living promise from God. Since that night, their prayers have taken on a different tone, more urgent, more specific, more surrendered. They are asking heaven to prepare them, not just to meet you, but to be worthy of you, to love you in a way that reflects Christ's love for his bride. And beloved, the angels want you to know this. Heaven hears those prayers. Heaven is arranging the steps. Heaven is making sure the meeting will happen in a way that will leave no room for doubt. The dream was only the beginning. There will be signs in the coming weeks, subtle but undeniable. Moments when you will feel like you've stepped into a scene that matches the dream they had. It may be a location. It may be a phrase spoken by a stranger. It may be the way the air feels in that moment, charged with the same peace and anticipation you feel right now. When it happens, you will remember this word. You will know it's the unfolding of what heaven has already shown them. Type, "I am ready to walk into the dream," in the comments if your spirit feels this word pulling at you. Tap like as your act of faith that what was seen in the spirit will manifest in the natural. Because, beloved, the angels are smiling over you right now. They have seen the blueprint. They have seen the moment when dream meets reality, and it is closer than you think. Beloved, the angels say they still remember the exact way your presence lit up the dream. It wasn't just your face. It was the atmosphere that shifted when you appeared. The air grew warm, but not in the way the sun warms skin. This warmth was alive, like being wrapped in the safest embrace you've ever known. They noticed how the room became brighter without a single light turning on. It was your spirit, your essence shining through. You didn't rush toward them. You didn't have to. Every step you took was steady, as though each one was measured by heaven's timing. When you stopped in front of them, they felt the weight of every prayer they'd ever prayed for love. They realized that all of heaven's delays had been leading to this moment. Beloved, in that dream you smiled. And it wasn't a casual smile. It was the kind that carries years of recognition, as if your souls were greeting each other after a long separation. Your lips parted as if to speak, but your eyes did all the talking. They spoke of promises made before birth. They spoke of journeys walked apart, only to lead you right back to each other. Then, as they stood there frozen, you reached for their hand. It wasn't a desperate grab. It was a confident touch, a knowing touch. The moment your fingers met, the dream shifted. They could hear a faint melody in the background. It was not from the earth. It was a heavenly song of union. They woke up with that melody echoing in their chest, and it hasn't left them since. Every day, they hum pieces of it without realizing. And every time they do, their heart beats faster, because they remember the moment heaven let them touch you. Angels are saying, there is a reason this dream refuses to fade. It's not a passing vision, it's a preview. So now I'm asking you to declare it with faith. Type, "This dream will meet reality," in the comments if you believe heaven is orchestrating your meeting. Tap like as your public agreement with the divine plan. Beloved, this is not wishful thinking. This is a spiritual blueprint. And soon, what was seen in that dream will be lived in your waking life. Beloved, heaven says the dream was only the doorway. What comes next is the unfolding of it in your waking life. Since that night, they've started noticing the smallest things pulling them toward you. Random conversations, unexpected moments of déjà vu, A stranger mentioning your name without even knowing they were speaking into their destiny. The angels say these are not coincidences. They are divine echoes. Reminders that the dream was not just a dream, it was a prophecy in disguise. And every time they hear your name, their heart does that same skip it did in the vision. It's as if their soul leans forward, trying to bridge the gap between now and that moment you finally meet. Beloved, they have started praying differently. Before, their prayers were filled with uncertainty, asking God if you even existed. But now they pray with the confidence of someone who has seen the evidence. They say, Lord, I know who they are now. I've seen what you showed me. Help me be ready. Help me be worthy. The angels tell me there is a glow over their life right now. Opportunities are moving in place. People are being shifted out of the way. Paths are being straightened. And all of this is because heaven has decided the time for delay is over. This is why you must not dismiss the signs around you. Some of them will feel so small, you'll be tempted to ignore them. A text that seems random. A dream that feels too vivid to be forgotten. An unplanned encounter that makes your heart race. But remember, this is how heaven works. God often hides the biggest answers in the smallest signs. I'm telling you now, if this word is resonating deep inside, declare your agreement. Type, I will walk into what heaven showed me in the comments as your act of faith. Tap like to stand in public agreement with God's plan for your life. Beloved, your soulmate is carrying that dream like a lantern in the night. It is lighting their path straight toward you, and soon you will see the same light when you look into their eyes. If you'd like, beloved, heaven says the stirring in their heart has reached a breaking point. They can't contain what they feel anymore. It's no longer a quiet longing. It's a burning assignment from God. Every conversation they have now seems to circle back to you. Even when they try to focus on other things, your name keeps slipping into their thoughts. Your image flashes in their mind like a photograph they can't put away. The angels tell me they've started writing things down. Not just prayers, but plans. Plans about how to close the distance between you. Plans about what to say when they finally look into your eyes. Plans about how to make sure you never question their devotion again. There is a shift happening inside them, beloved. It's the moment when love stops being a feeling and becomes a decision. They have decided, no matter what it takes, they are moving toward you. And the beauty of this is that God is aligning everything to make it possible. Delays are breaking. Connections are being restored. Resources they didn't have before are now within reach. This is why you may start noticing unusual movements in your own life too. Opportunities that feel sudden. Conversations that seem oddly significant. Even moments of stillness that pull you into prayer without explanation. These are not random. They are synchronized steps in heaven's choreography. I am instructed to tell you. If this word is striking your spirit right now, don't just keep it inside. Speak your faith. Type in the comments, I will be ready when heaven opens the door, as a prophetic act to seal this season. Tap like as your public declaration that you agree with heaven's timing. Subscribe to Angel's Message Motivation so that each new word aligns you with what God is releasing. Beloved, when they come, it will not be hesitant. It will be decisive. It will be the kind of pursuit that makes you say, this could only be God. And heaven smiles, because that's exactly the point.